Jack Mills Show. I'm here at the 2011 Black Men's Conference in Calgary, where Chima Nkenderim, the Chief of Staff for Mayor Nenshi, will be the keynote speaker today, and Drew Atlas will be our moderator.
I do want to welcome each and every one of you here to the first ever Black Men's Conference in Calgary. First of all, a big round of applause for that. I'm Drew Atlas. I will be moderating today, and just for the record, we will have a breakout session for the non-black people in the room. We don't all know each other. Okay, so we'll have a few things to actually do at that point as well. Black Men's Conference 2011, leading the way. The goal of this conference is to celebrate and empower leadership in black men. You'll hear from local, prominent African and Caribbean leaders who will share their unique leadership journeys and paths to success in the context of home, community, and work. You'll also have an opportunity for networking with other black men and create a greater sense of community and brotherhood. As participants, you'll be able to engage in active discussions and workshops. I'll give you the details on those coming up as well, on professional development, practical financial management, and of course, the always heated topic of sex, health, and relationships. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome up Chima Nkenderim.
I don't give speeches, my boss gives speeches, so bear with me. I don't get up on Saturday morning, so this is two weird things for me to be doing, but I'm delighted to be here. I'm so excited to see, I didn't really know much about this organization, and I'm so excited to see all the different communities coming together. I mean, growing up in Calgary, my parents came here in the late 60s, at a time when all the black people did know each other. But over the years, the community's always been, you've got the Haitians here, the Nigerians here, and the Ghanaians here, and it's nice to see an organization where we're bringing everybody together. So congratulations to all the organizers for doing that. Really appreciate it. That's
Jack Mills Show, SureShotRadio.com. I'm here with the Mayor's Chief of Staff, Chima Nkenderim. He was the keynote speaker today at the Black Men's Conference right here in Calgary. Sir, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, thank you so much.
Now, you said you're not much of a speaker yourself, but you really commanded the room up there. All your stories that you were telling us today, how did you come up with your whole speech for today?
Well, it was a real, like as I was telling you before, I told my mom, hey, I'm going to be doing the speech at the Black Men's Conference about, my success and that sort of thing. She goes, what success? You don't have any kids yet. And I said, yeah, you're right. You know what? I just told my story, and I was trying to think back to the things that were really helpful for me in my life to get me to my career at this point. And you think about the things you've done right, the things you've done wrong, and you think about who's helped you on the way, and that's what I try to convey this morning in my speech.
And I found your speech very motivational. It's very inspirational as well. Just your whole family and how they came across. And now for a lot of the men who weren't able to be here today, what kind of advice do you have for them that are black men coming up in society and want to reach new heights?
The key thing was what I learned from my parents. You got to work hard. One of the panelists this morning said, you got to work hard. You got to be the best at what you do, and you got to have some humility and try to, learn from your mistakes. And when you make a mistake, admit it, learn from it. Try to seek out good mentors from both within and outside the community to really help move your career along. And if you do all those things, I think you'll achieve your goals.
And what's your next goal for 2012? Like you're in 2011, you guys are elected, you're trying to get the city moving. What would you like to see over the next year?
Well, the mayor had an ambitious platform, and so we've got a lot of work to do. And I think our big thing, though, is trying to get Calgarians engaged in their city. We know Calgarians want a more vibrant, more dynamic city, and we know that's the type of city we want. We just have to figure out how to get there. And if everybody wants the same thing, why don't we have it? Right. So we have a huge challenge, but Calgarians are super supportive and excited, and I've been really humbled by the amount of support we're receiving from the community. So I think it's going to be a fun year.
Jack Mills Show, we're still here at the Black Men's Conference 2011, and I'm standing here with Ian, who's one of the people who helped put this together. It's a pleasure meeting you, Ian. How are you doing today? How are you enjoying the conference?
It's fantastic. I think this is long overdue, and I think the people that have been here so far are having a great experience, and hopefully we can build on this for the future.
Fabulous. How did you come up with putting this whole conference together? Where did the idea manifest from?
Well, the AAAC got together a few years ago and mapped out a bunch of issues inside the Black community. And as a result of that, in their strategic plan, they put together a women's conference last year. Right. That was quite successful. And after they did their debriefing of that conference, they said, you know what, there should be one for our Black males in the city of Calgary. And from that, we put together a committee group, which I'm on, and we started working back in late 2010 to put this conference on.
And how are you enjoying the turnout? Because the room is it's really full, and the vibe in here is really excellent. The men seem to really be taking to it. How do you feel about it so far?
Well, that's a big part of it. You know, one of the things we wanted to do, we wanted to create an event that had atmosphere and had a good feel to it. And I think this venue here at 1008 is perfect for that. We've had some great panelists, and just the vibe and the interest in the people on our panel this morning helps the spirit of the event, and I think it's just been great so far.
And you have the mayor's chief of staff here, and you have three other great panelists. How did you choose your panelists today? And how did you get the chief of staff to come down and be part of this event?
Well, you know, all the panelists have a desire to give back to the community. And on the committee level, we sat around and decided, okay, of the group that are on the committee, and who do we know in the city of Calgary that's been successful, that could actually get up in front of a crowd and inspire them. And obviously, the chief of staff, Chima, was one of our top of the list. You know, with the campaign last year, the amazing win that he helped Mayor Nenshi get to. And we just came up with a bunch of people that we thought would really engage the audience. And that's why we've got such a great panel this morning.
Now, going forward now, the conference is going into your second half of it, the second stage of it. But after this conference, what are you guys thinking of doing next? What are you looking forward to?
Well, I think we're going to take some time to celebrate the success of this conference. I think, although we've only seen the first half, I think it's already a success by the turnout that we've had here. So we're going to take some time and evaluate some of the things that went really well and some of the things that we can work on for the future and get some feedback from our participants and see where we go next.
Right. Well, thank you. This is the Jack Mills Show. Ian, we're here at the Black Men's Conference. It's amazing. Everybody's connecting, uniting, and this is what it's all about, and I'm just happy that we could be part of this. Thank you.